Good afternoon and welcome to blustery Seidl Field on the campus of St. Sebastians School. I'm John Galvin along with Jack Knight. Jack, the weather's holding out for us so far. This isn't bad at all.
So far, so good. And the Arrows, they come into this game today off a dominant 4-2 win off of a elite Milton Academy team this past Wednesday. And today, it is Wayno Day at 1191. Gavin Wainwright, the 2024 ISL MVP, he gets the start on the mound today. He'll be batting third in the lineup as well today for the Arrows. But they take in a Lawrence team who barely lost the ISL championship to this Sebs team last year. Should be a great one.
Yeah, excited to see it, and I'm looking forward to see Wainwright on the mound. Haven't seen him yet this year. So impressive last year. Just, he's got so much cool on the mound. He's only a sophomore. Unbelievable that he has this much talent.
Then you look for Lawrence, and they're also pitching a stud themselves. Laz Giardina, an all-ISL first-team award winner last year. Just a stud. They come off a huge win, 6-3 against a very solid BB&N playoff team last year. Wainwright getting some pitches in with Gallo, Brett Gallo. He will start behind the dish again today for the Arrows. Something to watch for today, Cole Pastore getting the start in right field, and he is a just defensive monster. We saw twice there in the playoffs, making leaping catches right at the wall. One he snagged completely over the wall and took one away from RL. And this is a guy, especially facing a batting lineup in Lawrence, as potent as they can be, having that stalwart in right is such a huge advantage.
Yeah, wind's definitely blowing straight out to right field too, so anything hit this way is going to carry a lot.
Will Broderick, the second baseman, will lead off today for the Spartans. Batting second is the shortstop, Jordan Henriquez. The DH and pitcher, Laz Giardina. Davin Allard at first and batting cleanup, followed by Ryan Blaisdell as that ball's chopped out to Rich and one away. Batting sixth is the left fielder Charlie Beauregard. Third baseman and batting seventh is Dan Nudie. Doing the work behind the dish today at catcher is Bowden Ballinger. And at center field and batting ninth, Jack Janikowski. As Wainwright throws a high ball one. As we take a look at our Arrows field today, pitching is Wainwright, Brett Gallo behind the plate as that ball chopped on and foul.
Good play by the third base coach over there.
Fantuzzi at first, Dorsey at third, the corners for the Arrows. Carter Rich at second, Brandon McHugh over there at short. And then the outfield, Pastore in right, the captain, Ty Singoli in center, and Jack Kelleher in left. Arrows still, a little bit in the figuring out. Both these teams really in the figuring out phase. Still the early season of the ISL as Wainwright strikes him out. 2 away here.
Yeah, good work there by Wainwright. He's not messing around. He's coming right in, throwing strikes.
And the one thing is, as much as the coach wants to find, that one lineup card that really pops, it's important to have versatility in your guys. That way, if you get in a jam, as that one comes right back to Wainwright, and that will do it. Arrows bats coming up next. And we got our first look at the Lawrence pitcher, Laz Giardina. And he will face the leadoff hitter, Jack Keller. Batting second is Jack Dorsey. Batting third, the catcher, Brett Gallo. Hitting cleanup today, the pitcher, Gavin Wainwright. And coming off of 2 hits in his last game, the DH, Justin Bork. Batting fifth, J.J. Fantuzzi. Brendan McHugh hitting 6th today. Ty Singoli follows him, and then Cole Pastore rounds out the Arrows lineup. As that ball popped up, and Broderick is on it and able to make the grab for out number 1.
Yeah, you could really see the wind taking effect on that, blowing it towards right center. Good play by Broderick to make that catch.
Yeah, great technique there from the second baseman. Puts the glove up, uses it as a shield from that high sky, and comes down secure and gives Giardina just a little bit more confidence getting that out number 1.
Ball high.
Ball 2.
Down in the rubber with that one, 3-0.
So
The pellets.
Dorsey,
It's not in the dirt, it's in the pellets. Come on.
Dorsey,
Ball 4.
he'll take a walk, and the Arrows have speed on the bases here in the bottom of the first. And coming up, Brett Gallo here. He's got some real tower power. The Northeastern commit and all ISL first team last year. Only a junior, so Coach Duffy with a year and a half still of control over him. Just always important to have that everyday, plug in and forget about it catcher. Not only for, what he does in the batter's box, but behind the dish. Just, that last line of defense, not letting any balls get through.
Yeah, he's a good stopper back there. Really does well with stuff that's down low. Moves around very well. 2-0 here now on him.
Now he's going to try to advance the runner, Dorsey. Giardina deals outside there.
3-0.
Ball 3. So important pitch here. Giardina not wanting to put runner in scoring position, but
There's a strike.
put in there. Nice splitter there. Just kind of sunk in at the last moment. We'll go to 3-1 here. Dorsey with a little lead off first. Giardina deals high, ball 4. So it will be 2 on, 1 out for Wainwright.
Early visit to the mound here.
Probably just want to settle him down. Obviously a blue chip player on this Spartans team, but, you want to get him into his rhythm. He's a guy you expect to go pretty long in this game and really hold down the fort. He's obviously capable of doing that, but it starts with, just get the next out, get the next out. You don't want to try to get too much all at once. But he's going to have to face a tough hitter in Gavin Wainwright. Wainwright, the phenomenal sophomore, had an under 2 ERA as a freshman and also a very capable hitter. And it's just nuts to think about that he's only a sophomore. as Giardina steps off. As we'll have a little chat between Giardina and Belanger. Gallo at first, Dorsey at second. Giardina deals inside 1-1 now. As Gallo takes a bit of a lead here at first. Kicks and fires. Strike two there, put it right in. And you know, that's what you want to see. Painting the corners, painting the edges, really make these hitters guess, make them work mentally and physically. Drops down there and both runners safe as Dorsey advances to third and Gallo to second.
Yeah, good jump by Dorsey there. That didn't get away far.
So the 2-2 now, and with two men in scoring position, a important pitch upcoming. Fouled off, hit the backstop. Wainwright able to keep the at-bat alive there. Just got a piece of it, but sometimes that's all it takes. Giardina fire, struck him out. Got him there on the low breaking ball.
Yeah, great pitch there. You could see Wainwright was way off balance. Didn't have a chance on that. Was expecting the heat, I'm assuming, because he was way out in front of that.
So upcoming a big situation here for Laz Giardina. Got the 2 outs, but upcoming is Bork, a very heavy hitter, as he ropes one out to left. Going back on in his Beauregard, and it is gone. Justin Bork will touch all 4 as the Arrows lead 3-0 early in this game. JB goes yard and gifts the Arrows the lead.
Just as you calling it a strong hitter, and he just ropes it out to left field for a 3-run dinger for the Arrows.
Saw the first pitch, put the barrel to the ball, and sent it a long ways. And a pop-up here from Fantuzzi coming into the Arrows bench. Not able to make the play, so 0-1.
You know, even more impressive is that he hit that, and I want to say into the wind, but it was a crosswind that Bork hit, because he hit it dead to left field, and the wind's blowing straight out from home plate into our face here in right field. So unbelievable.
Yeah, you saw Giardina there, was looking to get him as a hard hit ball foul there. He was looking to get Bork again, just like Wainwright, with some of that low breaking ball, but Bork able to recognize the pitch, get the bat to where it needs to be, and then his power took over. One and two here on Fantuzzi. Ball now 2-2. So Giardina trying to limit the damage here as that ball is chopped third base side, and they are going to say, yeah, fair ball.
Yeah, it was a fair ball. Giardina picked it up and slipped on the turf. Down he went.
Had some discussion here with the Lawrence dugout if that was fair or foul, but
it was definitely fair.
a little bit of a hectic scenario. Fantuzzi able to reach. So upcoming is McHugh. As Brendan McHugh lines one, fair ball. Fantuzzi rounding second. McHugh now goes two. Fantuzzi, he's going home. Throw it to third. They got him.
So the question is the run going to count?
Don't think it will.
Because did he get there before? It did not. Tough running there on the bases.
Yeah, McHugh trying to
he gets
extend
out,
the double to the triple.
Yeah, he gets out before the run scores. He should have held up at second there to let that run go in. And
hindsight is always 20/20, but the Spartans bats are up next. Go to the top of the second, and the cleanup hitter is all ISL first baseman Davin Allard.
takes a strike.
You know, always interesting, different hitters with different philosophies. Do they swing on that first pitch, or do they just hold off and try to, you know, learn more about our pitcher? As Allard grounds one to third, sends it over to Fantuzzi, one away.
Yeah, I was always a first ball hitter. I was always looking to get the ball in play right away. So I was a sucker for that first pitch. Somebody threw me a off speeder, I was screwing myself into the ground.
Then you look at a guy, you know, Albert Pujols, he's talked a lot about that. You know, he talks about how hitting, it's more of a chess game, and letting them go first, letting them show their hand, it just gives them an advantage. So, interesting to watch that today. Wainwright fires.
Nice off-speed pitch there.
Gets him on the slider. 1-1. Ryan Blaisdell, the right fielder.
Fouls it off.
1-2.
Struck him out. Oh, foul.
Foul. Yeah, just barely, that little ping, but stays alive. Arrows here on a little bit of a shift.
Now he struck him out.
Got him. Wainwright with the high cheese, and there's two away here. So upcoming is the left fielder, Charlie Beauregard. And Beauregard, a guy, 2 hits in his last game on Wednesday against BB&N. Spartans putting up 6 runs total in that game, so a very nice offensive outing for them.
Taking strike one from Wainwright.
as Beauregard lines one foul. You know, this is a guy you do not want on the base path. Exceptional speed. If you watch some of the pregame here, just flying around in those drills, and he's a guy, you know, left fielder, but they've also played him at second, listed as left and second. Throws there inside for ball one. Nudie in the hole. As a low ball two. So Charlie Beauregard able to utilize some A-grade plate discipline here and work this count back to even. And now we're full, 3-2. Wainwright looking to end the inning here on this pitch. The 3-2. Lined and foul. He's making good hard contact, just hasn't put one in play yet. But this is a great battle here between two really high-grade players. Got him looking! Wainwright ends the top of the second. So we're gonna have Singoli, Pastore, and Kelleher due up next. We go to the bottom of the second, and Ty Singoli coming up to the plate. Singled on Wednesday against Milton. The all-ISL center fielder committed to Princeton to play quarterback. Gets a knock there, but foul.
Yeah, skied that one way out. That's way deep on the roof.
Jardina, you know, able to get Lawrence out of a jam there in the bottom of the first. Gave up the home run, but left two runners stranded. The 1-0. High.
1-1.
Jardina deals. Liner there to third. Nudie sends it over to first. Got him. One away here. just always good to get into that rotation, you know, get the blood flowing early feels as Nudie just a nice ball, Singoli, a fast center fielder. Nudie sends it over to Allard, one away, getting those pitches and catches down. Lines one there, gets through the gap. Pastore on with a single.
Yeah, the wind just kept pushing that right over the top of the glove.
So
one on, one out.
We will flip back to the top of the order with Jack Kelleher. Flew out in his first at-bat. Giardina deals with one on. Cut on there, foul. So for Giardina, one away already. Forced Pastore into a tough short single.
Hey, it looks the same in the book.
It does, exactly. But, you know, has definitely had a bounce back inning so far. Pick off there. Oh, Pastore right back in there. And delivering the 1-1. Kicks and
Going.
deals. Pastore on, but he'll have to retreat back for a foul ball. Once again, Last Giardina jumps out in front of the count, 1-2. And this is, as I'm sure that Lawrence dugout, this is more like it from the All-ISL pitcher and DH. Ball hit on there, out to left field. On it is Beauregard, so 2 away now. Jack Dorsey coming to the plate. He walked and then eventually reached home in his first at-bat.
On the Bork bomb.
Yeah, as he takes the ball one there. So the sophomore showing some great plate discipline already today. Pastore takes a lead off first. Giardina fires. Pastore, he's on the move. He is out. Got him. And a incredible pop time and toss from Belanger sends us to the top of the third. Top of the third here at Seidl Field, and Dan Nudie looking to get the Spartans' first hit of the game. Third baseman today already with some great plays in the field as he sends one out to right. Pastore is on it. One away here.
One pitch, one out. You like that?
Efficient. Efficiency is key. Now it's the catcher, Bowden Belanger, as he takes a low ball one. You know, he had an incredible toss there to get that last out in the second inning. Identified the runner, got the ball right up, and bam. And, you know, Pastore, that's a speedy guy. Not the easiest out there on the base path, but he put it in there and gave the second baseman plenty of time to make a tag. Wainwright fires. Ball two. And did he go? They're saying no swing. He held up.
Yeah, it didn't look like it from here. We have a good angle as anybody on those. And he definitely checked it.
It's the one advantage of being in right field.
That one he went.
Cuts on it. So it will be all loaded up here, 3-2. One out. The 3-2 to Belanger.
Ball four.
Ball four, so he'll head to first with a walk.
First base runner here for the Spartans.
So that will bring up Jack Janikowski, the center fielder. First at bat today for him. You know, we talk about that play as we were in the break, and I'm sure our fans today here at 1191, we talk about that play there. Fantuzzi heading home and McHugh heading a third. That play all started with the arm of Janikowski, able to grab that ball, field it fast, as McHugh sends it over first.
Safe at first.
So, 2 outs now, not able to complete the double play.
Yeah, that was kind of a slow roller. Wasn't hit really that hard, so it kind of tough to turn to. Hustling down the line and beat the throw.
But we will flip over to the top of the third with Broderick. Grounded out to second in his first at-bat today.
Wainwright paying a lot of attention on the runner on first. Gave him the A move right there.
He's a quick guy, center fielder, a lot of range. You know, that's why they have so much confidence in him playing in a big outfield like this one here. Dives back into first. Wouldn't be surprised as we're in the oven mitt on that left hand.
There he goes.
Runner goes, and a fly ball out to left. Foul. So Janikowski will retreat.
Yeah, had a good jump.
So fast.
Real good jump.
You could see it really. He was already at the pitcher's mound by the time the ball reached home plate. The 0-1.
1-1. You know, if you're Wainwright, honestly, at this point, you got 2 outs in the inning. Focus on the batter. You know, obviously you want to keep him close, but...
Yeah, that runner, he could also be used as a distraction, as you just said. Ball.
No, he was called timeout at home plate. No pitch.
So Wainwright here, 1-1 with Janikowski at first. As Janikowski taking a lead. Runner goes off the pass ball, and he's in there safe, so Jack Janikowski with the stolen base moves into scoring position. Wainwright fires. Popped in, foul. Two and two now. Janikowski takes the lead. Ball hit in to right and snatched up by Pastore, so that will do it. Lawrence, they got a runner in a scoring position. Wainwright strands him. Arrows bats coming up. Now in for the bottom of the third inning. Jack Dorsey with his second at bat was looking to get an AB last inning, but inning ended on the caught steal. So we'll see this duel really for the third time today, Giardina and the third baseman Dorsey. Fires and foul.
Yeah, nice cut there. Fouling it straight back.
Evened up, 1-1. Giardina kicks and deals.
That was a ball.
Yeah, trying to go the off speed there.
Yeah, I don't. Looked pretty good to me. Must have been off the plate.
Looked very, yeah.
I guess that's you know, hard. I said this last game. Hard for us to argue balls and strikes from way out here.
Yeah. Evened up again, 2-2. Dorsey already with a stolen base today as he puts one to short, one away. Henriquez there with a nice read on it, able to, just charge the bouncing ball, not allow anything to get past, and puts it away.
Nice strong throw there by the shortstop.
Yeah. Especially, always good to have a just plug and play guy like Jordan Henrique. Gallo now to the plate. Singled in his first appearance today. Gallo takes a ball one. In there for strike one. That had some pepper on it. You could hear just ball hits leather all the way from here. Giardina fires. Cut on and missed. 1-2 now. One and two, one out already. Enriquez deals.
Ball low.
As Gallo fighting his way back into this count. You know, especially for a guy that takes balls deep as much as he does. Hits him. You know, he's able to look off, especially a lot of high stuff, where you would think, you know, a guy with his home run repertoire and extra base repertoire would always be looking, you know, to take a hack at a high pitch, just given the height and the frame. You know, you're able to hit it, but he's able to decipher whether it's good stuff or not. Wainwright lines one, and that's out. Two away here. Brings up Justin Bork. Bork already with a tower home run. An absolute bomb.
Ball low.
Sent it into the bullpen, and, you know, look out, pitchers. Committed to Trinity College to play running back.
Great football school in the Nescac, Trinity is.
You know, also, you know, played a little bit of linebacker in the game at Boston College, had 2 interceptions, so really took over that one for the Arrows.
Interesting news today on Nescac football that Nescac teams were never participating in the D3 playoffs, and they voted, I think today or yesterday, to allow their teams to go to the playoffs. So that's great news for Bork and Trinity, because they're perennial power in the Nescac in football.
Bork joins a stud trio of Arrows football players, both Lucas Candiato, offensive guard, and Jake Mullery, center, heading there as well. So the Bants are going to be receiving a healthy serving of Arrows football players. And JB able to work the count to 3-0. Gallo with a bit of a lead on first. Giardina deals and right in there. Nice breaking ball there. Looked high and sunk in. Two outs here. Arrows looking to extend the inning. They've got Fantuzzi on deck, McHugh in the hole.
Ball
outside. So that will put Gallo in a scoring position. And bring up Fantuzzi. So JJ Fantuzzi able to double, but thrown out trying to extend into a triple. You know, had a nice jump on it, but it was an excellent throw there from the center fielder, Janikowski. You know, just one of those, you know, you'll take the hit, but an A for effort nonetheless. As he takes a strike one. Line there, taken by the third baseman, so that will do it. Arrows bats go quietly in the third. In the top of the fourth, it'll be the top of the Lawrence lineup. Top of the fourth here, and the shortstop, Jordan Henriquez, up to bat. Struck out in his first plate appearance today, but made a nice throw to put away the first out in that bottom of the third. You know, we've seen it a lot today. He's got a cannon of an arm. And it's so important to have, you know, that guy at short, really the guy that is the captain of the double plays. Any kind of stealing scenario, he's got to be on the money for as he fans for strike one. Wainwright deals. Chopped on it. Yeah, he did go. 0-2 now. Wainwright going strong in the top of the fourth. Has not allowed a hit. Gave up a walk, but as he deals. And sent on into center. So Henriquez is on.
With the announcer's jinx there.
Yep. Exactly what I was thinking. I was screaming at the Red Sox guys last weekend, you know, Garrett Crochet. They also blabbed too much about it, but ball one here from Wainwright. Henriquez with a bit of a lead here off first. Lawrence already with one stolen base today is back in safe. Now, if you think all the way back to last year's playoffs, Wainwright able to work out of a jam in that opening round against Roxbury Latin, throwing out a man on first. So, you know, look for that pickoff move to be big. Goes for it again, safe. Brings up the DH and our pitcher, Laz Giardina. Hacks and misses. Grounded out in his first at-bat, but, you know, he's had a good outing here on the mound today.
Oh, good move.
Back in safe.
Close.
And again, folks, in the ISL, no limit on pickoffs like they have now in the MLB. So Wainwright can go back to first.
He's definitely going.
Runner goes.
Pitch out. Got him.
And
oh!
he is safe.
Oh!
So Henriquez will move into scoring position. And Giardina just trying to hit him home. Little bit of a high ball there. A nice job by the second baseman, Rich, there to try to pull him in. But we've got the 2-1. Wainwright kicks and deals. Looks like ball 3. Deals the 3-1. In there, and we're loaded up. So no outs. Runner on second, and a speedy runner at that. A big pitch, 3-2. Struck him out. Gavin Wainwright sits down Giardina, and he wins that pitcher-on-pitcher battle.
Yeah, big at bat there. Big play there by Wainwright, getting the strikeout, keeping the runner at second. Foul ball.
Here is the first baseman, Allard. And Allard grounded out in his first appearance today. Has made 2 nice scoops there at the corner position. So defense really been the order of the day for this Lawrence squad. Especially both these teams, right at the top of the ISL standings. Seb sitting at 4-0 as that ball is sent on. But Kelleher able to make the play and left, 2 away. Both these teams pretty similar so far. Seb sitting at 4-0, Lawrence at 3-1. It seems like we are on a collision course for these two to meet once again in the finals. If you look at run differential, strength of wins already, it shows these are 2 of the real powerhouses in the ISL. Deals and in there. Blaisdell hits one to short, and McHugh ends the inning. So the Arrows strand a runner, and we head to the bottom of the 4th. Brandon McHugh will lead off the bottom of the 4th, and coming off of a very nice play, just charged right at the ball. Routine, but yet effortless, as he has broken onto the scene in a big way, defensively and at the plate. Giardina back on the mound. Throws a high ball one.
Yeah, Giardina's settled down since that first inning, doing what you expect out of a all-ISL pitcher.
McHugh pops one up, and Janikowski on it, 1 away. Very good communication there between the center fielder Janikowski and the left fielder Beauregard. Kind of popped up a wobbly one out to the outfield, but sort of shallow, especially given the large Seidl field, but able to make the grab and bring up a big one for Giardina. Singoli takes a ball one. And Ty Singoli grounded out in his first plate appearance today, looking to change that.
Takes a strike.
1-1. Giardina now has really been mowing down Arrow's hitters as that one is cut on and missed. He's gotten him today with the fastball, and then he goes to some of his off-speed stuff. That ball just sinks. It absolutely falls off the face of the earth. As he leads Singolia with a 1-2. Outside, evened up. Pastore on deck, and then the lineup will flip over to Kelleher.
Coming our
as
way.
Ty hits one foul. Somebody's car just...
Yeah, it bounced first.
as it goes to the full 10 car as parents start to
It actually
flee over.
could have been worse.
Could have been a lot worse.
I was
but
expecting a lot worse. There's a rip.
Ty lines
right
one
to him.
caught by Broderick.
Good positioning there by Broderick, right to him. Hit hard. 2 down now for the Arrows.
So in just 7 pitches, Laz Giardina looking to flip it over to the top of the 5th. And in there for strike 1, he's been efficient as ever today.
Really has. Other than, like I said, that first inning, he's really done a nice job.
And, you want to talk about, why did these two teams meet last year? Well, let's look at things. Incredible defense, both teams check. Great hitting, both teams check. And a true 1A, 1B pitching staff with incredible bullpen to support. That is the recipe for success as ball hit out to second, and that will do it. Top of the lineup for the Spartans up next. now over to the top of the 5th. And Charlie Beauregard looking to put up a crooked number here for the Spartans. Struck out looking in his first appearance as chopped on and foul. You know, he's a guy, defensive fielder, but in this season has, you know, really come on in a big way at the plate. Got a hit in their last game against BVNN.
Strike 2.
Strike 2 there. Wainwright able to catch the low edge. And you know, when Wainwright, when he's in his zone, he's hard to hit. I mean, he's going anywhere.
Struck him out.
Yeah, trying on the bunt attempt.
Not quite sure what that was.
I believe it was a bunt attempt. But that will bring up Nudie.
That was a, oh, you really fooled me swing.
Outside there for ball 1. Dan Nudie, the third baseman, with a long fly out to center in his last appearance. So he's definitely got the power as he swings and misses on strike 1. Wainwright kicks and fires.
Fouls it off.
Hits the backstop there, so we'll have a 1 and 2. Wainwright very efficient right now, as we've seen, you know, activity in the Lawrence bullpen. Nothing yet for St. Seb's. And this game's really become a pitcher's duel, so to say. He deals. Lined on there, foul! Oh, Fantuzzi wanting that grab, but just too far. Wainwright with 2 strikes already now on the third baseman, Nudie. He deals. Outside. Gavin Wainwright wanting that corner. Full count now. Big pitch upcoming. 1 out. The 3-2.
Fouls it off.
And that one will join the party up on the rooftop. The 3-2 to Nudie.
Ball 4.
So he walked him.
Not what Wainwright wanted, and here comes coach.
As you know, Wainwright puts one on there, 1 out, but want to keep him in his rhythm. No activity.
Yeah, I can't imagine you
so to say, yeah,
taking him out of the game right now. He's pitched
Scoreless.
a great game, but you know, maybe coach sees something that he's doing a little differently in that at bat.
So upcoming is the catcher, Belanger. And he was able to single his first appearance. Next is the speedy Janikowski. So, you know, this is a tough part of the lineup here. Coach Duffy, you know, just wants to keep things stable where they are. Out inside, ball 1. As Nudie takes a bit of a lead off of first. Pick off, back in and safe.
Yeah, a little high. Tough to get the tag down quickly enough. Had him leading the wrong way for sure.
had 6 or 7 pickoff attempts, not in successful for an out yet, but always important to, keep the runner honest. Wainwright with the 1-0.
Foul ball.
Nudie extends his lead at first. Back in, just barely. Fingertips there on that one. But priority turns to the hitter as another pickoff attempt. You fall asleep here for 1 second on Wainwright, and you're going to be gunned down.
Big lead. I bet he's going this pitch. Took another step. Now he's got him.
And, they're going to say he's safe. Are they? And much to the dismay of Wainwright and Fantuzzi, as we have
the home plate
chat.
The home plate umpire was kind of backing up the call, saying that the tag went to his chest and not to his hand. So
I think they told Wainwright something about not as many pickoffs.
Can't do that. He can throw over as many times as he wants, but he was probably explaining to him why he was safe. Quick.
Big lead here. Bunt attempt, pulls it back.
Called strike.
So in there now, 1-2, as attention after our pickoff madness turns back to the catcher, Belanger.
Again, taking that extra step.
Chopped on. Got him. Wainwright, sensational there. Beat him there with the high fastball.
Two outs now.
We'll bring up the center fielder, Janikowski, pickoff move back in.
I can't imagine now that they'd send the runner with 2 outs. Down 3 runs. Oh, he hits him. Oh.
So after that long sequence, Dan Nudie will eventually reach second. Janikowski on. And we'll turn things over to the second baseman, Broderick.
Big at bat now. A lot of speed on the base pass for the Spartans. Really want to focus in on getting the batter.
Third time through the lineup here for Lawrence. Broderick grounded out twice today.
Take that again.
Wainwright looking to get out of a bit of a jam, as much of a jam as someone will get on a guy like Wainwright. Puts one in there for strike one.
Yeah, focus on the batter. Timeout.
Arrows still clinging on to that 3-0 lead that they crafted for themselves in the first off a Borg home run.
Ball. 1-1.
Lacrosse also taking on Lawrence today. Last I checked, led in that game away. As Broderick sends one. And Kelleher grabs it and puts it away to end the 5th.
Defense rules it there, and Arrows take a 3-0 lead to the bottom of the 5th.
It's the bottom of the 5th, but it's the top of the order for the Arrows as Jack Kelleher will lead things off. Has flown out twice today, long flyouts, so has made good contact. Laz Giardina back in for another serving. Kelleher, long fly ball, going back on it is Blaisdell and hops over the fence for a double. Jack Kelleher flexing the muscles, showing the power. And he puts himself in scoring position after just one pitch.
Yeah, that was a smash to right center, real deep out there, and it one hops the fence. Hit that 15 feet to the right, that was gone.
Dorsey here for his 3rd appearance. Was walked today and grounded out, looking to drive home Kelleher and extend the lead. Takes an inside ball 1. Gallo on deck.
Yeah,
Wainwright in the hole.
First baseman expecting the sacrifice. I don't know that we're going to see that. Look at how he's way in.
Looking for the pickoff, but Giardina waves it off. Activity in the Lawrence bullpen, nothing yet for the Arrows. But as much as Laz Giardina can keep this hot streak going, I think they'll let him work.
2-0 now. High. Oh. 2-1.
Dorsey with some good plate discipline so far. Trying to drive home Kelleher. Kelleher takes a little bit of a lead on second.
2-2.
Chopped into the other baseball field. Pickoff attempt. Kelleher right back in there. Giardina deals high. High for ball 3. So we'll be loaded up here on Dorsey. Keller leads on second. The 3-2. Line there, gets through the gap. Keller turning, rounding, he is safe. Dorsey moves up to second, the Arrows extending their lead to 4. It's an RBI double for the 3rd baseman, Dorsey. Brett Gallo up to bat.
And still no outs for the Arrows. Now comes Coach.
Brett Gallo, the catcher, he'll be up momentarily. New pitcher coming in for the Spartans, Sam Campbell. Warming up here, just getting some tosses. You know, coming into a big spot here, Dorsey, the speedy third baseman, on second.
Yeah, coming into the heart of the Arrows order. Gallo and Wainwright, and then Bork. Tough spot for Campbell. No outs, man on second. Bottom of the fifth.
Yeah, Arrow's really looking to capitalize and jump into the driver's seat of this game. But Campbell looking to come in hot, and he does, with a nice low breaking ball. Fools Gallo. Giardina comes out after 4 innings pitched, a great 4 innings. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard and you say 4, but only holding this Arrows team to just 4 is an accomplishment within itself.
Especially when 3 of them came off the bat of Bork in one swing. It really has been a good outing for Giardino.
But now Campbell comes in cold, and he faces a red-hot Brett Gallo, already 2 hits today. Chopped on there. Fair ball, yeah. Hits the glove of the third baseman. Gallo is on with a single, and he advances Dorsey to third. So runners at the corners for Wainwright.
And still nobody out for the Arrows.
Arrows looking to make this a big, huge inning. Wainwright 0 for 2 today, struck out and flew out to right. Has been tremendous today on the mound. Campbell fires outside. Double play ball in play for the Spartans, but first order of business, or hopefully the first order of business, would be going home if you're Lawrence and trying to keep this lead at 4.
Yeah, look, I mean, everybody's back on third baseman's back, shortstop second. They're definitely playing the double play, conceding the run, which surprises me.
Like you said, infield in. Strike called. Wainwright gives it a little bend there. Thought he held up there for a ball, but takes a called strike 1. Two and two now. Activity in the Arrows bullpen. Campbell deals.
Struck him out.
Got him.
Nice pitch.
Yeah. Low breaking ball once again. We've seen that twice now in that AB. So momentarily at least, Arrows runners will have to hold up. Justin Bork coming to the plate. 2 for 2 today, a home run and a single. Outside. Just going to the slider, trying to paint the outside edge, but it's just running a little away from him here to start. Always tough for a reliever coming into a big spot like this. Gallo at first, Dorsey at third. Inside, but called ball, strike one. Ball gets away. Gallo trying for second. He's in there, safe. So 2 runners here in scoring position.
Now the infield comes in for the Spartans.
Double play ball taken away.
When you're staring down Bork, when you get in that close, that's not where you want to be.
Not at all. 2-2 here on Bork. Campbell fires inside. So that will load up the count, 3-2. Campbell here has done a nice job, able to get a huge out there on Wainwright. But staring down Bork, and then after him will be Fantuzzi. The 3-2. In there, strike 3 as Bork sat down looking. And here is J.J. Fantuzzi. 1 for 2 today. Doubled and flew out. As he takes a low strike 1. Campbell here, slowly but surely working himself out of the jam. As that one falls for ball 1. And this would be huge just to give his bats, you know, a chance. As Campbell deals outside. Going back to that slider once again. Arrows here, especially when you get that same hand matchup. Arrows pulling the bats back when a lot of guys, you know, they would go chasing after, fishing as a lot of commentators would call it. But not today, not this team. The 1-2 to Fantuzzi. Inside. J.J. Fantuzzi, the sophomore, trying to deliver in a big spot. Dorsey on third, Gallo on second, the 3-1. Lined and foul. Loaded up here, and you know, this is as big as it gets. Bottom of the 5th, Arrows trying to break this game wide open. Here is a 3-2. Line, and it gets down for a base hit. Dorsey is in, Gallo holds up. But J.J. Fantuzzi with the RBI single. And that comes in at such a big time because upcoming is McHugh, and Brendan McHugh's 2 strong at-bats today, doubled and had a long fly out to center. So he's got runners in the corners with 2 out. Fantuzzi back in there at first. Campbell not charged with the run, as that was not his base runner there. As lined in, and drops in for a single. So in to score is Gallo. Fantuzzi advances to second, and the Arrows jump ahead, 6-0 lead. Two on, two out. Center fielder Ty Singoli looking to drive a runner in. 0 for 2 today. And he takes an outside ball 1. The 1-0 from Campbell. Just low again. Two guys here with real speed on the base path. Wonder if we'll see the double steal invoked, but for now it's just first and second. Ty pops one up into right.
Foul ball.
Yeah, no play on it there. You had Beauregard flying towards it onto the hill, but just too far. So the 2-1 here to Singoli. In there. And that slider works there, catches that edge. Back in there, safe. Arrows looking to extend with 2 on the base path. Campbell, the reliever, looking to strand 2. Here is the 2-2. Got him. Struck him out. And we'll head to the top of the 6th. Lawrence bats back to work here in the top of the 6th. And a potent hitter in Jordan Henriquez up to the plate. 2 for 3 today. 2 stolen bases today. So he's really had a great game, but looking to build on that as he sends one over to Wainwright and 1 away.
Yeah, you like keeping him off the base pass. He's so dangerous on base. Tapper back to Wainwright, took care of him. 1 out now.
Saw some activity in the Arrows bullpen, but would obviously love to have Wainwright, if he can, go the whole way.
Well, those 3 runs last inning certainly helps that cause. Opens up some breathing room here. Really just focus on these batters coming our way again.
Giardina puts one in the parking lot.
Oh.
As that catches a car.
It looks like it hit the tree too. I don't know. It's just a long strike though.
Giardina with a good pitching outing.
Stays in as the DH.
Yeah, replaced there by
coming our
the
way
lefty
again.
Campbell, but able to foul off 2 pitches here.
Quick 2 strikes now on him.
Wainwright deals fouled again. So Wainwright looking to put away his pitcher opponent. Giardina 0 for 3 today. Wainwright ahead in the count, 0-2. Grounds 1 foul. One out. The 0-2. Wainwright deals. High there, ball 1. Mr. Sunshine coming out. Line there. On it is McHugh. Safe. Giardina beats the throw, as that one skip just delays it just a fraction of a second. And the sliding effort from the pitcher is good enough for a hit. Brings up the first baseman, Allard. Giardina extends his lead. Allard chops one. Double play opportunity. McHugh on it. Got it. Double play, and that ends the inning. So Lawrence stays scoreless, and the Arrows bats with potentially one more chance. Bottom of the 6th, Spartans sticking with the reliever Campbell.
Hits him.
So 1 on here for the Arrows. Pastore, the speedy right fielder, he's on first. And coming up today for his 5th at-bat, the left fielder Kelleher. Jack Kelleher doubled and reached home in his last plate appearance as he takes a low ball one. Pastore with a bit of a lead on first. Campbell done a nice job since coming into this game. That 6th run not charged to him. Able to get 2 big outs. And at this point, just damage control and try to give his offense one more crack at it. Swung on and missed. The 2-1 to Kelleher. And you look at Kelleher, that last plate appearance, almost a home run. Took a bounce over the wall for the ground rule double, but really just mere feet away from a slam. Campbell kicks and deals. Line there, gets through the gap. Pastore holds up at second. So the Arrows with 2 on, no out. Jack Dorsey now up to bat, looking to extend the Arrows' lead. Campbell fires. Bunt here, double steal, and they've got the out at first, but the runners advance.
Nice sacrifice there by Dorsey.
Yeah, Kelleher up to third, Pastore to second.
Made the pitcher play the ball, which is what you want to do. Gives you no chance at making a play at third base. Second and third now, 1 out. Gallo coming in to do some damage. Infield in now for the Spartans.
He has reached in every at-bat today, whether it be a hit, a walk, or a hit by pitch. So a true cornucopia today.
See how else can he get on? We could call that a cycle if 3 different ways of getting on.
Yeah. I think he'd be pretty pleased with himself with the home run here. The 1-0, cut on and missed. Campbell here, since coming in, has really used that slider effectively. Wants guys fishing at that outside edge. Wainwright on deck, Bork in the hole. That ball skips away. Pastore is in as he scampers home for number 7. Kelleher to third on the pass ball.
Still, do we have an out here? 1 out, I think.
It's 3-1 here. As Gallo jumps on the count.
Foul ball.
Full count here. Spartans looking to hold up Kelleher at third.
Yeah, 1 in, 1 on, 1 out.
You know, it'd be huge here if they could, because then that would bring up the middle of their lineup, Blaisdell, Beauregard, and Nudie. As Gallo chops on one there. Keller not really taking much of a lead at third. Campbell deals a 3-2. Walked him. Gallo heads to first. So runners at the corners for Wainwright. As we'll get a chat here. A mound visit of sorts. Just, don't wanna let this really open up, because then you take away the chances of your bats coming in at the 7th.
Middle infield backs up for double play. See if Gallo stays there at first very long.
Byers and outside. Arrows here, if they can hold on, will head to 5-0, and they will take on Andover Austin Prep on Monday. Smoked there. Beauregard able to make the play, and a run scores, so that will be a sac fly for Wainwright. Keller in a score and extends the lead to 8. That ball goes down as a flyout, but a long flyout at that. Bork coming up, looking to keep the inning alive.
Takes strike 1.
As Campbell's got 2 out now. Hits Bork, and that will put 2 on for J.J. Fantuzzi. Gallo advances to second. Arrows here, they could really open this up. Fantuzzi smokes it. Caught by Beauregard. So the Arrows here 3 outs away from victory as we head to the top of the 7th. Gavin Wainwright still on the mound for the Arrows, just 3 outs from 5 straight in the ISL, but looking to...
Base hit.
Yeah, base hit for the right fielder, Ryan Blaisdell. So 1 pitch, 1 hit, as Blaisdell heads to first. The left fielder, Beauregard, up to the plate now and struck out twice today, also earning himself a walk. As he lines one, oh, McHugh dives on it. Great effort, but not able to get to it, so 2 on. Nudie looking to drive the runners in and give Lawrence their first run of the game.
You know, at this point, if you're the Arrows, you just want to get outs.
Yeah.
You don't really care about the runs at this point.
But strong start here from Lawrence in the 7th.
2 pitches, 2 hits.
Takes a high ball 1.
I mean, yeah, you'd love to shut out, but at this point, you just need 3 outs.
They'd love Wainwright to get that complete game shutout, or at least complete game, as throw down to first there to no avail. Beauregard at first, Blaisdell at second. No outs. And all runners back in there. Wainwright fires. Strike. Got him there on the off speed. He deals. Cut on and missed. 2-2 now. The 2-2 to Nudie. Just staring those runners down. The eagle eye there. A lot of pickoff attempts there, but a lot of close ones at that. Outside. Full count up coming. A walk here would load the bases. The 3-2. Struck him out. Wainwright's got him. Oh, to pick off. And he's back in there safe.
Yeah, I dropped the ball on the tag attempt.
So a hectic first out. Oh, we've got some discussion here.
Safe.
Yeah. So the umps, after discussion, they confirm the call. You know, that ball, it has to stay in that glove. Any kind of bobble, they're going to give the leeway back to the runner. So with 1 out, Belanger, the catcher, he'll try to hit these runners home. Wainwright deals. Swing and a miss there for strike 1. Fires there and lined out to right. Pastore with a nice grab. And runners retreat back to the bases.
Yeah, nice job there by Pastore. Just keeping the ball in front of him. Soft liner, just Tiptoed his way in. Easy play for him.
Spartans are down to their last out, and Jack Janikowski up to bat now. The center fielder walked and singled today, also stole a base. Wainwright delivers.
Ball one.
Yeah, pulls back there. Wainwright trying to get him with the slider, but just at that last second, able to check the swing. Blaisdell with the lead on second. Fouled off. Gavin Wainwright here, 6 2/3 of a scoreless game. Strike two. Spartans down to their last strike. Here is the 1-2. Wainwright kicks and deals. Foul ball. Just got a piece of it there and sends it into the fencing of the backstop. We're getting the Waino cheers here from the Arrows dugout as he's put out an incredible performance today. 6 scoreless innings, a sac fly. The 1-2. Chopped there, and that will be good enough for a single. So that will load up the bases. And we'll also bring up the top of the order. As it will be Will Broderick, the second baseman, trying to extend this ball game. Here is Broderick with bases loaded. 0 for 3 today, but 2 long flyouts. Wainwright here, the shutout still in play. He fires. Strike one, right in there. That fastball still potent as ever. 6 2/3 of an inning later. The 0-1. In the dirt there.
Stopped by Gallo.
Blaisdell at third. Beauregard at second. Fly ball there. Gets into the gap. So that will score 1. As Broderick with an RBI single.
That'll be it for Wainwright. Gets a good hand from the Arrows crowd.
With an incredible outing. 6 2/3 scoreless innings.
Oh.
6 strikeouts.
1 scored.
But eventually, 1 comes across.
No.
Fulginini, the youngster, in to close things. for the Arrows. And this is a guy, you know, elite level stuff. Elite levels fastball, especially his age, was sitting 90 in their early season game against Dexter. And it's just crazy that he's already a sophomore, played right field this past Wednesday. And this is what makes the ISL one of the top leagues in all of New England baseball, having these guys that are dominant, both sides, pitching and hitting, as we saw Wainwright, Giardina, and now Fulginiti coming in this game. There is truly no wonder why the college coaches come scouring over to ISL baseball games. Fulginiti, his first batter, looking to be his last batter, as the shortstop Henriquez up for his 5th at bat. He is 2 for 4 today, with 2 stolen bases, as Fulginiti
bringing the heat, that's for sure.
Yeah. I mean, that's what he does, and especially with a fresh arm. High fastball there. Man, it's got some real mustard on it.
Bases loaded, 2 outs. That's high.
So 3-1. Fulginiti here with Beauregard at third, Janikowski at second,
Ball 4.
Broderick at first, but that will bring another run home. Eight to 2 now, so cuts the lead to 6. Laz Giardina, the pitcher today, and also DHing. Lines 1 in the backstop. Bases still loaded for the Spartans. Fulginiti being cheered on by the Arrows dugout.
2 strikes now.
Yeah, Giardina, another foul ball. But able to make some good contact. We're hearing the ball hit metal from here, but the 0-2. Lines 1 there and put away as the Arrows win the game 8-2. Wainwright with the win, Fulginiti the save, and the Arrows are 5 in a row here in the ISL. They'll head on to Austin Prep on Monday. A big win, a big Easter weekend win, as we say Happy Easter from Die 5 Video.